Hi everyone, Jamie Humphries here for Six String Alliance, and today I'm coming to you from a tour bus. I'm on tour at the moment with the Brit Floyd, and we are in Pickering in Ontario, Canada. And I thought it'd be kind of cool to show you what I use when I'm traveling for practicing, my little practice setup, and how I've integrated the JBL Bandbox Solo into my portable setup. Now, I've been out on tour now for about a month with the Brit Floyd, covering some dates on their North American tour. I'm currently in Canada, and I got the call for this just before Christmas, and then after Christmas, everything was confirmed. So I had a hell of a lot of work to do. There was sort of it was about 36 Pink Floyd songs that I needed to learn. Now, although I played with the Australian Pink Floyd show in the past, I haven't done that show for 18 years. So it was a great opportunity for the Brit Floyd guys to reach out for me. It was great to reconnect with those guys and play with some old friends, but also I had this huge task of learning all of the material. So although everything was learnt prior to leaving, obviously maintaining practice while you're on tour is going to be important. Now, there's a lot of time spent, if I just spin this round, there's a lot of time spent here. This is a tour bus. It's the driver's bit. Don't know how well this is going to pick up. Let's move back here. So this is a tour bus. This is the front lounge. It's a little bit cluttered at the moment. My stuff, there's a lot of people on the bus. We've got a bit of luggage overflow there. It's my little practice guitar. So we spend a lot of time on this. This is the kitchen. This is the galley. This is where we sleep. This is my bunk. It's a bit messy, actually. That's where I sleep. And then if we go up here, excuse the fans, we have the back lounge. And this is where we sometimes hang out at night. We have some TVs and some entertainment stuff. But to be honest with you, a lot of the time when I'm on the bus, I get a little bit bored. So I like to practice and maintain personal practice as well as working on the set. So I have been utilising the JBL Bandbox Solo. Now, we already looked at the Trio a little while ago on the channel, which was a much larger unit. Now, this unit does feature many of all of the features that we see on the Bandbox Trio, which was the bigger one. We have amp modeling. We've got a combined guitar and mic input. It's also got a built-in microphone. It's got a looper. As I said, it's got a modeler, so you've got all your guitar sounds. It's a really good modeler. We've got a drum machine and a metronome. We've got the capability of recording. As I said, there's a looper, so you can jam along with yourself. And the app on the iPad or any device, I have it on my iPad, is really great for accessing the controls easily, although we do have a series of controls here on the top of the unit, so you can do everything from the unit itself. You don't have to utilize a device. That being said, one of the biggest features for me is when you Bluetooth a device to the Bandbox and you utilize the stem splitting, which is something that's been such a godsend on this tour, because where I've stepped in and I've filled the role of another guitarist who was very accomplished and very, very good, there's a lot of pressure to play these iconic solos right every night. You know, you don't want to be messing up Comfortably Numb or Shine On You Crazy Diamond in front of an arena audience. And some of those parts are very exposed. So I find myself a lot of the time, obviously practicing in the venue in the daytime because we have a lot of downtime. But even on the bus at night, I will find myself sitting down and plugging in to the Bandbox Solo when I'm in the lounge on my own. I've got my little Blackstar travel guitar, which I keep with me all the time. I've done a demo of this on the channel a few years ago. The thing is that I don't always have access to my Music Man guitars because they will be buried in the trunk in my guitar vault. So I can't get to those. And also with the space on the bus, you can't have a lot of stuff. So having a travel guitar and having something like the Bandbox Solo has been an absolute godsend. Now, also in my hotel room, when I have some downtime, I've been connecting my Mac to it, my MacBook, and running the USB-C out so I can listen to Cubase with all the stems that I rehearse to, and as well as that, have great guitar sound. So this unit has been an absolute godsend. So what I'm going to do now is we're going to take a look at how it sounds. There is a little bit of noise from the fans. I don't know how to switch that off, and our bus driver's asleep in a hotel, so I don't want to go fiddling with stuff. So excuse some of the background noise that you're going to pick up. Obviously, this is just to give you an idea of how a unit like this is so useful. For those of you that are thinking to yourself, well, hang on a minute, if you're sitting up in the lounge at night and other people are sleeping, isn't that going to be a bit annoying? It's got a fantastic sounding speaker on it, so the guitar sounds are great. The music streaming's great. But if I am sitting up here, then I will just plug my in-ear monitors into the headphone output, and I get the music streaming and all the things like the looper and the drum machine or the metronome, all of that stuff just in my in-ear monitors. So I can just sit here and practice all night long if I want. So let's check out some of the sounds using the unit and look at how I utilize it for practicing on tour. Okay, so now what I want to do is just give you a little demo of how I'm using the Bandbox Solo on tour. This is not an in-depth demo by any means. If you want to check out the features, have a look at my Bandbox Trio video, where I do talk about this and we look at some of the sounds in more detail on the Trio. And to be honest with you, the sounds are exactly the same. The Solo is just a much more scaled down version of it. It's portable. But it's still a very, very powerful unit. The speaker sounds fantastic for streaming music, and the guitar sounds are very cool as well. Now, again, because of space and how I'm doing this, I've just got the iPad next to me. If I just hold this up, I'm going to go in here. I've got this whole suite on the iPad where I can select different presets. I can access the guitar tuner. I can access the stem splitting. We'll look at that in a moment. But the main thing, let's just start off by having a listen to, also things like the drum machine. You know, I've got access to the drum machine. If I hit, there's some drums. But the looper, there's the metronome as well. Let's just have a look at the metronome. So if I want to sit here and practice my scales or do any technique stuff, I've got a decent metronome. Again, as I said, if I'm doing this at night when everyone else is sitting in the bunk, I can just plug my in-ears into it. It doesn't support Bluetooth headphones as far as I'm aware. I haven't come across that. There's a little headphone socket on it, so you can plug your headphones into it. But let's have a listen to some tones. Now, I've made a lead tone, actually, which has got a little bit of drive, a vintage style drive amp, some chorus, echo and reverb. So this is the sound that now, obviously I'm playing a very, very small guitar, so forgive me if I bend out of tune, anything like that. I've got pretty chunky strings on it, but I bought the wrong set that had a wound G string, so I just had to stick a regular G on, and it feels a little bit the tension isn't up to the rest of the strings. But even so, you know, for something to just sort of noodle around on and be able to keep on top of things while I'm on tour, while I'm in my hotel, or while I'm on the bus, you know, it's just a great little thing just to keep your hands moving and just be able to refresh my memory of different parts. What I'm going to do is I'm going to open up, I've got this amazing slow downer app that I use, and I've just put Comfortably Numb into it so we can stream that. Okay, so we can hear the guitar solo. Now, if I go into the Bandbox app, I've got a stem AI, which is the stem splitting. As I said, you can do this on the top of the unit just for ease, and because I'm so blind without my glasses, and this is all a bit on the fly, this video, I just thought I'd use the app. Now, what I can do, I've activated that, and I'm just going to play the track. What normally happens is it takes a couple of seconds for it to process. I'm now going to go into the stem splitting. Now that's pretty amazing that I've been able to just sit here on a tour bus with this little box, streaming some music off of my device, and I can completely separate the guitar. I can listen to the guitar part. I can really analyze it to make sure that I'm playing the parts correctly for the show. And as well as that, I can also make my own backing track, so I can remove the guitar and I can practice along. So let's check that out. Again, this is all very much off the cuff, just using a sound that I've made, using my little practice guitar. But this is how I like to work when I'm on tour, and this is how I'm utilizing the Bandbox Solo. Okay, so there you have it. Hopefully that gives you a little bit of an idea of how powerful the Bandbox Solo is for a portable practice tool. As I said, I'm utilizing it here on tour with the Brit Floyd, going over my parts every day. As I said, I came into this tour very last minute, so making sure that I really nail those iconic solos every night. You don't want to be standing up there and mess up the Comfortably Numb solo. Yes, obviously, it's not the exact sound. I'm not trying to get a Gilmore tone. I've just got a generic sound, and I'm using a tiny practice guitar. But at least with this little setup in my dressing room, because all my guitars are up on stage with my guitar tech, Lauren, she looks after everything. Obviously, later on in the day, once all the gear is set, I get a guitar in my dressing room. But if I'm there in the morning, we pull up in the bus, you go and have a shower, have your breakfast, and then I just sit around practicing on this. I can record ideas with it using the USB out. I can set up loops and practice my general guitar playing. And at night as well, when we're on those long journeys, you know, we had a journey the other night that was, I think it was something like 10 hours we were on the tour bus for. And, you know, you come off stage, you're buzzing a little bit, you know, you don't want to go straight to bed and get in your bunk. So I normally either sit in the back lounge, normally where I'm a little bit out of the way. A lot of people like to congregate here because we have the kitchen and whatnot. So I locate myself in the back lounge, shut the door so that I'm not disturbing anyone, plug my in-ear monitors in and just sit in there practicing. So, you know, it's a really powerful tool. So if you're looking for a really powerful solution for practice, something that's portable that you can take away with you, you know, if you're going on holiday or whatever you're doing, or if like me, you're traveling and touring and you need to be able to stay on top of your parts, with the stem separation on this unit, I think this is an absolute winner. As I said, this isn't like a full demo. This was just to show you how I am utilizing the JBL Bandbox Solo on a North American tour with the Brit Floyd. That's it from me, and I'll see you very soon. Take care, bye for now.